news about Thailand. Whether this affect their preference for Thai food in any way, for example, news about violence, political disputes, or human rights violation, or something like that. Would that alter their image of Thai food?
So if any organization is having a budget to do this research again, I would definitely ask them about those news, but unfortunately back then in 2001, there was no surprising or exciting news about Thailand, so we didn't mention much about that. But I believe after all that, what just happened recently, the harmony being mentioned in here might be changed. So we would see what would happen. Well, the other project I'm doing now is for the National Economic Social Development Board, NESDB, Sapapat. That part of the project also explore concept of harmony. And we learned recently that right now the notion of harmony in Thailand is changed. It seems that the mindset of people do not look forward to combining or to achieving the common goal together, but just to accept the differences by not having to fight. So that could be the new kind of harmony that might exist in Thailand.
Any other questions? Oh, very nice presentation. Okay, so this is very good qualitative studies on this research, but it has been done for some time, isn't it? So you have any other project in mind for food and identity of Thailand?
Especially after this conference, I believe I will get a lot more exciting ideas from the other presenters.
So we will come to you next time as well.
Okay.
Well, thank you. So the next participant, okay, today is Dr. Hak Ki Kim from National University, Korea. Okay, she has the PhD in geographical education at Seoul National University, and she received the MA from the Graduate Institute of International and Area Study at Seoul University as well, and also has the Bachelor Degree from the Department of Geography Education in Seoul National University as well. So her topics today will emphasize on consuming royal Thai in London, revisiting the role of Thai restaurants. It's very important because she did her research on observations. Okay? So this is very, very interesting topics to you. Please welcome Dr. Haki Kim.
Hello everybody, my name is Haki Kim, and it's my pleasure to be here. My topic is consuming royal Thai in London, so revisiting the role of Thai restaurants. Okay. My research objective and method. My paper explores where Thai food is consumed in London and how the image of Thailand is constructed through Thai food and restaurants. So, my research theme is very similar to that of Professor Gritini, but I'd like to show some hidden dimension of Thai food and the amazing Thailand campaign, and I'd like to do some critical reflections on Thai food and their strategy as an outsider. And the research method, I used the participant observation in Thai restaurants and stores in London, and I made an interview with staff and customers. And it was really interesting experience for me because I like Thai food very much. So it was my hidden aim of this research. Then why London? This is the recent statistics about the tourist arrivals to Thailand by nationality. Number one is Malaysia, understandable. very near. Japan, they're very rich and very near also. And China, and Korea, and UK. It is very interesting that Korea and UK is the fourth largest countries to send tourists to Thailand. But interestingly, Korea is very near, and but we have very few Thai restaurants in Seoul. I don't know why, but I think it's a good business project for me also. But in UK, there are thousands of Thai restaurants in London, the global city and the capital of UK, and Taiwan, Singapore. So according to these statistics, UK is the largest country in terms of tourist sending in the West. Yes, London as a global city. Festivals and tourists everywhere around the year. It is a blessed country in terms of culture and arts. Then, what is the everyday food in London? Right. But no, in some way. It's very touristic food. It is not the everyday food of the Londoners. Global city, global food. It is grocery and means it is the everyday food provided by university canteen. Monday, Italian. Tuesday, Indian. Wednesday, Chinese. Thursday, Moroccan. Friday, continental. Saturday, American. What a global food. Yes. Understanding globalization of food is very beneficial. The globalizing voices of time-space compression have replaced the fusion of the culinary cultures via migration of ethnic groups with a process governed by worldwide media and capital flows. And it can be very interesting subject because it shows the everyday foodscapes of each country and society. Geography of food consumption. As a geographer, the excitement of eating the other is an important way of thinking about one's place in the world. Geographical study of food consumption has potential to inform many other contemporary debates in social and geographical theory. These concern globalization, identity, and points of identification, cultural politics, of consumption, place politics, nomadism, and so on. Then, where and how is it consumed evidence of food? Yes, fish and chips are consumed with kind of English pubs, but it's very touristic spaces. And English pub culture is like the Thai coffee house. They have conversations and they talk about their public life and they share everything. And then the sports, the football as the national sports. And the spatial theory of football can also give the diverse dimension of every aspect in terms of space. And revisiting ethnic veterans is a very interesting thing because they are the site of culinary tourism, where the concepts of authenticity and identity making is evident. So, you are where you eat. It's a geographer's motto. The ethnic restaurant at the symbolic stage upon which the exploration of the exotic, facilitated through the concept of authenticity, becomes an expression of identity. Yes, and let's explore the foodscapes of London. The majority of restaurants are Chinese. They are everywhere in the world. Back in Cantonese. And another one is Indian ones. The tandoori restaurant is also very popular. And the Peking duck and Rwanda is everyday food of not Chinese people. people, but also the British people. A wine at the high street is the best food of British people. And British supermarket even celebrate Chinese New Year. So it is the reality of British people's foodways. And Japanese sushi restaurant is just very famous, and the Japanese culture packaged and imbued in food and restaurants. I think the Japanese is very smart using their image. And then, where are the Thai restaurants in London? It's our research questions. Thai Square near Waterloo. Very successful Thai restaurant story. The Thai Square Restaurant Group was founded in 1996, and it is the first restaurant in central London. They aimed at serving tasty, authentic Thai food in Thai-inspired surroundings. Yes, they succeeded in marketing. Yes, and then let's see their distribution and developers. So I'm very good at using this kind of it, like that. So in just 5 years, in 10 years, the Thai Square just increased dramatically. And another location of the Thai restaurant, it means some casual one. You can see that the chic one and the Thai Square is concentrated in the center of the city. It means they are very touristic sites. But recently, in the outside of the city center, some casual restaurants are increasing. So, let's go back to the chic restaurants and the city center. It's very touristy places, Soho, musical, and all Thai restaurants in London. They are catering for upper and middle class British. It's casual, but it's playing Thai crafts, Thai altar, and food is authentic. I tasted it, and I made an interview with Thai cook. Yeah, they wear the amulets. Yeah, they are really Thai. And Brickhamere City Center, a small restaurant with Thai step, an authentic Thai atmosphere, and you can recognize it. But managed to middle class British customers bring curry as a main meal, but Thai is changed for the taste of British customers. And Norway and the Golden Buddha, the Buddha statue and orchid, and ancient history cultures, and upper middle class English. Another Thai Square near Charing Station, they are very magnificent. They are consuming Thai culture and history, the golden crabs. And another Thai Square in Knightsbridge near Chelsea. It's also very chic restaurants. Thai step serve, an elephant, and menu, food and cook. I made an interview with him also. And he is truly from Thailand. Yes, so the kind of restaurants are certified by Thailand's brand, by Thai government. Thai government as well as the Thai tourism are very supportive. The Thai Square restaurant was the best Thai restaurant back then, so it helped them to keep the authenticity. The modern shopping center in central London, it's a very upmarket, supermarket. It's a waitress. Rather than a waitress, I can see many Thai food there. A Thai green curry, it's a ready meal. A world cuisine center and Indian, but I can see many salt spices and dried fruits by Blue Elephant. I think they are very good at globalizing royal Thai cuisine. Their distribution is like Bangkok, Dubai, Bahrain, Bahrain, Kuwait, and European countries, but not Korea. But I think the efforts to keep their restaurants authentic is very important. For example, the Bangkok head office distributes fresh produce from the local Thai markets to their branches around the world every week. And Bangkok headquarters also provides spectacular floral arrangement of exotic orchid and restaurant products such as ceramics, brassware, glassware, and wines. So I think they are the center of the foodway, Bangkok foodways, and Thai food. And they also run the Royal Thai Cooking School in Bangkok. Yeah, I'd love to visit there. And the Dr. Krichani mentioned the Kitchen of the World project. So the Foreign Office, the government and public relations departments are trying to keep Thai cuisine authentic. And they make full use of the strategic location of Bangkok in Thailand to make it more central of the world food industry. Yes, Thailand images in London like that. I think their images are invented and promoted by Tourism Authority, Thai Authority of Tourism, TAT. So Thailand's popular image in the West was that of an enchanted Oriental kingdom. Despite the rapid process of modernization, this old image has been exploited by the TAT in its leading slogan. However, contrasting images between everyday livelihood of Thailand and imagined Thailand have been revealed in travel literatures and periodicals and the people's story. I can see some politics of the tourism slogan in Thailand. As the gap between exotic image and the contemporary Thai reality increased, the TAT gradually modified the tourism slogan. At first, exotic Thailand, amazing Thailand, unseen Thailand, unforgettable Thailand under the Thaksin government. But after Thaksin's fall, the TAT reverted to the amazing Thailand slogan. And I think the Taste of Thailand and Taste of London is the recent festivals and the promotional campaign with authentic Thai food samples and cultural performances. I think the success story of the Thai restaurants in London is boosted by the Thai governments and the tourism authorities' efforts and their professionalism. So Thai restaurant attempts to appeal to what the perceive as the customer's desires through promoting exotic and chic culinary experiences based on the imaginations of their aspirational customers. Yes, Thai cuisine has succeeded in gaining an image of being healthy food. It has also succeeded in catering to the taste buds and diverse customers, including vegetarians. Trendy shopping street in central London, French Connection, and New Brunswick. But I can see some peoples of successful Thai restaurants and tourism promotion. It's a very popular casual restaurant, Giraffe. Their motto is global food and world music. They are selling salad bowls, global teas, coffees, burgers, desserts, smoothie, Italian spaghetti, Indian curry, Vietnamese rice, Lebanon food, and Thai noodle. Do you think it's authentic Thai food? No. Busaba Itai. It's Busaba. Busaba Itai. Thai restaurant or fusion Asian one. Can you see the interior of the restaurant and the serving stuff is not Thai? but it's very upper class restaurants, and they are forming the image of Thai. I suggest the concept, the compromised authenticity of the Thai food. Even the Thai square restaurants, they use some compromised authenticity of Thai food. And though all Thai square restaurants use authentic Thai ingredients freshly flown in daily, from Thailand, in a range of exquisite dishes served by a charming and attentive Thai staff. But diners with a more European taste simply need to ask for their favorite dishes with a less spicy flavor. We'll be happy to oblige. They always oblige. I felt a contradictory menu, but the marketplace more Thai. So some Thai restaurants in London often have the self-contradictory menu claiming authenticity on one hand, but adapting to the British standards of culinary acceptability